Hey guys, it's Bob Moriali here with the Tuning School, and on today's Tech Tuesday, we have an interview with Peter Treydte from the SEMA Garage from the 2016 SEMA show. We interviewed Peter the day after the annual emissions compliance meeting, and then we asked him some questions regarding street-related performance. Now, the SEMA Garage is actually like the advocate for our industry. They're kind of like the go-between between us and EPA and CARB, and their job is to help you as the industry get your products and items EO certified. So they're also here to help us answer some emissions-related questions that we know a lot of you have related to street performance. So in this interview, Peter answers those questions for us related to street performance. Let's check it out. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm sitting here with Peter Treydte from the SEMA Garage, and on today's Tech Tuesday we're talking about shops that want to do performance builds for street cars. So after having sat through the meeting with Peter yesterday, I came up with some things that I downloaded from it, so I want to kind of get this information out to you guys, the shop owners, so you could hear how you as a shop owner could do street performance stuff. So Peter, what do you have?
Well, you know, a lot of what we talked about yesterday was CARB EOs, and you know, you hear that term a lot, CARB EO. What the heck is a CARB EO? California Air Resources Board is a government agency that regulates air quality in California, but the beauty of their position is that when you're dealing with CARB, you actually can make products legal for all 50 states. So the CARB EO stands for Executive Order. That's a document that CARB issues that can make a product or even a group of products legal for sale in all 50 states. So you know, when it comes to like custom tuning, you know, I know, you know, a lot of shops are dealing with a number of individual components that go together on a car, and then, you know, you need to really tune for those products to work well together. You know, feasibly, it would actually be possible to get an EO on something like that. Now, getting an EO isn't necessarily an inexpensive process. It's usually going to cost about $3,000 to $5,000 for a round of testing to accomplish that.
It's much cheaper than it used to be.
It is, but it is within the realm of possibility if you have a kind of a group of products that you're commonly installing. So if you as an individual shop are able to pull together these 3 or 4 individual parts, you do your custom calibration for it, now you have a part number, a kit that you can sell kind of to the masses. Right. That's a perfect opportunity to go get a CARB EO on that product. That product is now legal for sale in all 50 states.
And you'll have no problems with anybody.
That's right. That's you know, that's the right approach.
So
that's
you could go with like this cold air intake, that supercharger, and maybe that cam or whatever, a combination of package of pieces that you as a shop owner you often do. Exactly. Yeah, and so the way it kind of appears to me is that you're going to find, as this gets more common, shops are going to probably end up specializing. Yep. Because of that. You'll end up being a Corvette shop, a Mustang shop, because you're going to go down those roads. If you want to provide packages and installations that are really anybody could do an install on, am I right? Sure, absolutely. I mean, you know, that's really the whole focus of the types of products that get EOs is, you know, they're intended as products that can be installed by an end user. Sure. So, you know, certainly, you know, if a shop is able to secure an EO on a particular combination of parts, it works. Right. You know? So let's say that I'm a shop owner, I have a couple combination of things that I commonly sell that make me good money. I know I can install, I know I can sell it to 100 shops across the nation. What's the process look like? Because the SEMA Garage has made a lot of that a lot easier. Yeah, absolutely. So really, there's 2 steps to the process. The first part is the paperwork. It's figuring out, you know, okay, what is this product that we're selling? Right. What vehicles does it apply to? And we fill out paperwork for that. It's an application. The SEMA Garage can help with that. That's one of our objectives, is to help SEMA members to put that together. So if you're not a SEMA member, it's easy to become a SEMA member and take advantage of these services. Worthwhile. Which, by the way, helping out with that paperwork is entirely free to SEMA members. So it's a great service that we offer. And if I understand, I don't mean to interrupt you, if I understand, I saw the graph of time. Bulk of the time was when people screwed up the applications. Exactly, yeah. So you get that right and you'll be okay. And that's what we're there to do, is to kind of help that process. But secondly, then we also have the lab testing services, and we offer discounted rates to SEMA members. There are recognized labs across the nation. We are one of those CARB recognized labs, and so our services are available to SEMA members at discounted rates. So we can help with both ends of that process, get you your EO. Sure. Generally speaking, when things go smoothly, we're looking at like a 3 to 4 month turnaround for obtaining
running an EO.
It's really not bad.
So that really tends to keep that process quick and smooth.
As the shop owner, just to paint a picture for them pretty basically, then I have a package, this is what I want to get tested. Can I ship the parts to the SEMA Garage?
Absolutely.
Okay, I ship you the parts, and you probably have a vehicle. I heard yesterday you guys have several test vehicles.
Correct.
Okay, so then you pay the fees, you get the parts tested, they come back. If corrections, because you're outside of bounds, need to be made, you go back, you make some changes.
Yeah, so it is an iterative process in some cases at least.
Right.
If we put all the parts on, we go on the dyno, and we run a couple basic tests and see kind of where it stands. And by the way, you're right, we do have some test vehicles in our fleet that are very commonly used and common for the aftermarket. So those are available to members for this type of testing. And so you can ship us the parts. We have a mechanic who can do the installation work. We put it on the dyno, we do a spot check. Hey, if things aren't quite right, then we come back to you and say, hey, we might need a little tweaking here, might need something to be adjusted a little bit. We can give you some feedback on kind of where the issues are. Make those tweaks, and then recheck it, and when we feel like we're ready, we can go right into the test process
and run through it. And if I understood also right, that a lot of that process is tuning, am I right?
Well, yeah, I mean, we test a lot of different products, and generally speaking, we're testing individual components, a cold air intake, or a supercharger kit, or a set of headers, so that's fairly common. Tuning is also something that we test a lot, and usually we're testing tuning as a standalone item.
I understand.
And,
like a calibration.
Just an individual calibration, which is fine, but we do kits as well, and
so
both are viable.
So you bring, here's my kit of parts, here's my tune, and then you may kick it back and say, hey, you really were a little too rich in this area.
So the things that we can really look at is, kind of rich lean conditions. Sometimes we know where that might affect HC or NOx. We can see those spikes happening. The most critical element is always cold start. That's the one that always catches people. So if you can make sure that your tune is not overly rich during cold start and doesn't really affect the cat light off time, the amount of time it takes for those cats to be active, then generally speaking, you're going to be able to fall. You're maintaining good air fuel ratios and not skewing things a lot in closed loop operation. Then generally speaking, you're going to be in pretty good shape. So I think in most cases, these are not impossible tasks to accomplish.
That's great to know. So it looks to me like maintaining that streetable, completely legal aspect of our industry is still viable.
Correct. I think so.
Absolutely. Thank you for your time, man.
Hey,
absolutely.
It's great talking with you.
For more high performance tuning knowledge, be sure to like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And as always, stay tuned. Hey guys, hope you've enjoyed this interview. If you have any more questions, please feel free to reach out to the SEMA Garage at the contact information below.